He was like a great father to him. I was like, what? Reporter, called him a father. So what type of parental role has he played for you and your teammates? Kyrie. Oh, okay. So different reporter. You were right the first time. Kyrie. And you watch this dude compose himself. Like he wanted to say, B, if you don't get the hell out my face with that BS. Like that was like as black folks, we can read each other's facial expressions, by the way. And so I knew exactly what he was thinking. Like, B, if you don't get the hell up out my face with that BS. So he says, yeah, parental role, honestly. And then he gives like this little laugh. I don't know how to really answer that question. He's been a great leader for us. I have a father. That's my dad, Dredrick Irving. But for us, in terms of learning the nuances of the game and how to win and how to carry ourselves off the court, I feel he has been a great influence in that role. Like, man, you talking about drop kicking somebody like immediately for the dumbest thing you could possibly ask me about a dude that's 6 years older than me. Like, it's like somebody coming up to me and like, hey, Mike, what kind of father figure you think you are to Rob? I mean, aside from the fact that I'm probably a couple of months older than this dude, I don't know. You know? God, man, like, yeah, you got to see the video. You got to see his expression, how he's trying to give her the benefit of the doubt at first. Like, oh, okay, she couldn't be possibly asking me something that stupid. And then the other reporter says, nah, dog, you were right. It was exactly that stupid. As stupid as you thought it was the first time you heard it, it was precisely that stupid.
In his mind, he thought, he was like, oh, you be like a good father to his kid. Like, oh, like, yeah. Good father. Oh, okay.
Stupidness, man. God, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's happening, man. You asked me before we even started the show, like, what the hell's happening in this world? Like, I have no idea. Like, people are getting dumber and stupider by the second, it feels like. All right, now back to the actual game itself. Kyrie's told everyone, Kyrie's like the walking wounded. He has the knee tendonitis. He has the foot situation popping off. But he says he will play. Obviously, it's the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals, and they've had a couple days off. So, he's participated fully in practice or for the duration of practice, so he's good to go. As far as the regular season goes, if you guys care about any of this kind of stuff, the Hawks are 3-1 against the Cavaliers this season. One game, LeBron did not play. There were 2 blowouts, one by each team. The Hawks actually, took it. They got it pushed in by the Cavs, and they in turn pushed it in against the Cavs as well. One was
doing each other like that.
One was on Rob's favorite night, the Dominique Wilkins statue night, which of course the Hawks had to win that night.
They had no choice.
Whatever. Yeah. Wait for this Chris Paul statue.
Chris Paul go get a statue.
For who?
Hey,
and for what?
I don't know.
And you must hold on. Time out. And where?
This is gonna be an NBA statue. Where Chris Paul from? Texas somewhere? Dallas?
Yeah, you must forget he plays in L.A., the home of Kareem and Magic and Kobe.
The Clippers don't have no statues though. But the Clippers don't have no statues.
It's for good damn reason.
But he ain't been there long enough though.
Man. And then people wonder. People think I'm hating on Dominique when I said, because this is the reasoning behind people getting statues, apparently.
Well, I mean,
he's been there long enough.
That's a joke.
He's been there long enough. Might as well.
I mean, well, because he originally got drafted by Charlotte, right, before they moved to New Orleans.
I'm gonna start a petition for the Alex English statue
is that what happened?
In Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know about Chris Paul getting drafted is everybody here for like 8 years complaining about the Hawks not drafting him or Darren Williams. That's what I know about Chris Paul being drafted.
Yeah.
Here being Atlanta for those people who are listening everywhere else.
Yeah, because that's when Chris Paul was saying, he wanted to be a Hawk. Yeah.
And
they blew that.
Yeah, worst freaking thing you could tell these damn people around here. Anyway, that's what's we talked about yesterday. This is the first time the Hawks have seen the Eastern Conference Finals since coming to the city from St. Louis. But the game itself, we're looking at. I don't want to state this. A team, you're looking at a team with the Hawks, right? The perpetual motion on offense, the helping on defense, and then you're looking at right now, especially LeBron, and and Rob's favorite guy, Dellavedova. Not playing, but you're looking at LeBron. This is the team who has the highest rate of isolation in the playoffs is the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Hawks, subsequently, if you care about these kind of things, or as Charles Barkley would say, if you believe in sabermetrics, because you can believe in numbers apparently, the Hawks have been the worst team against the isolation during these playoffs. So take that for what it's worth. To me, one of the key matchup is going to be, I want to see what the quote unquote junkyard dog, DeMarre Carroll. I want to. He's had a hell of a postseason. But the thing that's kind of gone unnoticed is the thing that he came into the postseason known for, his defensive prowess. It's kind of fallen off a little bit because he shouldered a little bit more of the offensive load for the ball club. It's going to be incumbent upon his teammates to pick him up, because he's got a daunting task against him, in front of him, LeBron James. If it's me, I say, LeBron, if you can score 80, by all means, do it. But I'm not gonna let these other dudes become, the Josh Smith of this series, or the Tristan Thompson is on their team, so the Tristan Thompson of this series, and the Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith, whatever, dude. Like, you beat us. Because his game is a little bit different than the average superstar. He wants to get people involved. He wants to have Dellavedova. God, every time I say that, a piece of me die. It's almost like every time I say Dellavedova led the team in scoring in a playoff game, like an angel gets full-blown AIDS. Like, something. Yeah, something horrendous happens every time I say that, dude. That's why I need to probably stop saying it, right? Like, a puppy just like falls off the back of a truck and gets run over 3 times by 18-wheelers. Like, yeah, bad.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Terrible things like that happen every time someone says, Dellavedova led the team, a team with LeBron James on it, in a playoff game in points. That's pretty good, dude. That came off the top, too. That was like straight from the top of the dome.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it was the corrupted mind of Big Mike.
That's pretty funny. But here's the other thing, though. And I thought about this today while I was trying to read up on everything about the series that I could get my hands on. The connection. I think here is where the Coach Budenholzer experience with San Antonio can come into play. Like, people want to normally point to the offense and what they do offensively and passing of the basketball, but personnel's a little bit different, But the side of the basketball court, I think you be able to see the difference or in this series especially, because we all know of LeBron James's some of the struggles he's had against those Spurs teams. If Coach Budenholzer can implement some of the same strategies that were implemented against LeBron James, especially in a situation where you don't know how healthy Kyrie is, and it's just, if you go with that assumption, it's LeBron and a bunch of dudes, a bunch of other cats without Kyrie. And I think in his first game, maybe you treat it that way. You kind of see if Kyrie can carry the team without LeBron, or it sounds like I'm kind of like double talking myself, because LeBron is just so different. Like, I'm saying, let him be the scorer. Don't let him be the distributor, but play him the way the Spurs would play him. Play off of him, make him convince you that he can hit that jump shot. That's basically what the Spurs did. And when he gets to the lane, you converge. I don't know. Everybody's. I talked about it yesterday, how the Hawks are kind of the Hawks but ... team. The Hawks but the Hawks are here but and because of that along with the fact that LeBron James is on the other side of the basketball court, you can't just discount that. People are acting like this is going to be some sort of cakewalk for these cats. I see a worn down player in LeBron James, man. I see a dude that when he was 20 something and he carried Booby Gibson to the damn finals.
And Mo Williams.
Right. Yeah, I see that dude could run for days. But this is a 30-year-old man now, man. The dude who's played, what did I say the other day? Something like 15,000 minutes of basketball.
Yeah. He only behind Kobe, right? Like Kobe.
This is like the last couple of years. This is like the last 5 years or so. This is not for a career. I think the stat that I heard was like over the last 5 years or something.
Oh yeah, no, but that's because he's been to the finals. The last 4 years.
And he's played USA basketball as well. Like this dude's got a lot of miles on his body, man. Like I don't care how much of a superstar or a superhuman you are as far as your work ethic and all that. It's Father Time, man. He got the belt, and he ain't letting it go. You know, you can't beat him. So if you're the Hawks, man, I think this. I talked about it yesterday. This is a golden opportunity, man. These playoffs are kind of setting up in a nice way for the Hawks as we see guys like Paul Millsap getting healthy. You know, he had the shoulder at the beginning, but you know, in that last game versus the Wizards, came out, had a nice, strong 20-point performance. Al Horford doing his Al Horford thing, which again that's another or two matchups in this game that, aside from the DeMar Carroll and LeBron James one, the Millsap Horford and Tristan Thompson, which has been probably I talked about it being one of the bigger moves and best moves that David Blatt made after the Mike Miller experience. And he's like, Mike, get in there and hit me a couple of threes. Mike can't guard anyone.
He's like Mike Tyson. My back is broken.
Right, and he can't rebound. Tristan, get in the game and do what you do. So him, Timothy Mozgov, Tristan Thompson, and Timothy Mozgov, and Millsap and Horford. You know, I'm looking forward to that matchup. The Mozgov being one of the better in these playoffs, one of the better rim protectors. But we actually saw what this same front court was able to do against a guy like Roy Hibbert. You know, you can stand up on that goal if you want to, but, you know, the Atlanta Hawks center, he shoots the corner three. You know what I mean? Him, guys like Perro, Antich. Or what is it? Is it Antich? Because that's what it was before the Hawks started winning. Then it became Antich. It became Antich.
No, the national media done started messing it up. That's what it is.
What, is it Antich? Is that what it is?
It's antique.
Okay.
Yeah, they just don't know because now you watch it on ESPN, like TNT, it's like, antique.
Well, that's a small price to pay. You know, I'll go ahead and listen to it on ESPN and skip that whole Fox Sports situation if you don't mind. I could.
You can always listen to me.
Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Not if I got a choice. Like it's bad when I choose Chris Webber over. God, why are you making me do
Chris
this?
Webber out there saying the players out there checking each other?
Yeah, Chris Webber is like, it's like he feels like there always has to be words coming out of his mouth, no matter what they are. Either like, I don't care what they are. Flippity flam flam, flip flam flam flam, and then he checked him. Yeah. We didn't even talk about that whole Fab Five, that weirdness those dudes are on. Like, I don't even call it weirdness. It's just adulthood. Like, people feel like you have to be friends with dudes that you were friends with when you were 20. I'm a perfect example of the fact that you don't. You don't. No. Both of them dudes have moved on. Chris Webber, and Jalen Rose, they both moved on. They getting money, doing what they love to do, still involved in the game of basketball. You know, big up to both of them. If anybody need to be mad, it need to be Ray Jackson and Jimmy Smith. If anybody need to be mad at somebody, it's them. What are they doing now? Like, Jimmy Smith probably own like a car wash or something, and Ray Jackson probably like got 3 barbershops or something. Yeah, something.
No, you know, Jimmy King.
Who would I call him? Jimmy Smith. Sorry, Jimmy King.
Jimmy King was what was that boy doing? He was the commissioner of one of those basketball leagues for a minute.
Yeah, my way sounds better. The car wash thing sounds a lot more promising than you saying he had one of them leagues.
Was it like the USBL?
Oh,
because I had sent old boy over there.
Oh,
he was trying to get
Jimmy.
me to go. He was like, man, Jimmy King gonna be at the Fox Sports Grill signing autographs. He was like, we need to go over there.
Well, damn, how many years ago was that? That place has been abandoned for like a decade.
Not a decade. But I mean, we were all working together. It's been something we were working together.
Yeah, dude, we're getting old. It's been like a decade, like I said. Mm-hmm.
At CBS, right? Yeah, yes, sir.
Here's the other thing, as we continue to kind of talk about